Brief History of Yuan Dynasty. In 1206, Temujin is proclaimed Genghis Khan, the supreme leader of the unified Mongol and Turkic tribes. This unification creates a meritocratic military machine capable of vast conquest. Initial incursions focus on the Zijia and the northern Jin dynasty. By 1215, the Mongols capture the Jin capital, which later becomes Dadu. Decades of intermittent warfare lead to the total collapse of the Jin in 1234. Successors continue the steady encroachment into southern Chinese territory. This influential matriarch secures the path to power for her sons. A pivotal crisis erupts in 1259 when Mongol dies suddenly during a campaign. A fierce four-year civil war erupts for the title of Great Khan. Though Kublai wins, the conflict fractures the unity of the Mongol Empire. The empire divides into four autonomous regions, with Kublai ruling the Great Khanate. The Yuan serves as a nexus between nomadic origins and sedentary administration. In 1271, Kublai issues the proclamation of the dynastic name. The name signifies a primal force, signaling a departure from tribal naming. By claiming succession from legendary emperors, Kublai positions himself as the rightful ruler. In 1267, the capital is moved to the new city of Dadu. Dadu becomes the winter residence and administrative heart of the empire. Chengdu serves as the summer capital, allowing the court to keep its identity. The government integrates Chinese institutions like the Central Secretariat for Civilian Affairs. The military council is established to ensure continued Mongol dominance. Overseers are placed in every office to monitor the native Han elite. The branch secretariat system establishes regional extensions of the central government. Traditional Confucian examinations are largely abandoned, limiting the scholar class. The Yuan becomes a complex experiment in multicultural governance. The Yuan social order is codified into a rigid hierarchy based on ethnicity. Mongols occupy the top tier, enjoying legal privileges and tax exemptions. The second tier consists of Samuran, the people of various sorts from the West. Samuran are favored as tax collectors because they are perceived as more loyal to the Khan. Inhabitants of northern China, the Henren, occupy the third tier of the structure. Former subjects of the southern Song, the Nanren, are placed at the bottom. Despite providing the majority of tax revenue, Nanren are barred from high office. This hierarchical structure fuels long-term resentment among the southern Chinese population. The caste system is designed to prevent the total Sinicization of the Mongol elite. Legal codes are stratified to ensure the minority Mongol ruling class remains supreme. Internal surveillance and disciplinary oversight are managed by the powerful censorate. Foreigners like Marco Polo find unique administrative opportunities within this structure. Kublai Khan establishes fiat paper money, chow, as the sole legal currency. The notes are initially backed by reserves of silver and silk to ensure stability. Paper is used because copper and bronze are diverted to build massive Buddhist statues. This unified currency facilitates trade between northern and southern regional markets. The Yam postal system is expanded to serve as the nervous system of the empire. In the frozen north, the Yam system is adapted to utilize teams of dog sleds. In the mountains of Tibet, couriers rely on yaks to traverse the difficult terrain. The astronomer Guo Shujing supervises the project to extend the Grand Canal to Dadu. This engineering feat allows southern grain to reach the northern capital directly. Thousands of relay stations provide food, shelter, and fresh horses for imperial couriers. Ortug merchants act as financial proxies, managing trade fleets for the Mongol elite. The integration of resources ensures the survival of the imperial capital and its garrisons. An open seas policy transforms Guangzhou into the busiest harbor in the world. Massive junks with watertight compartments crowd the docks to protect diverse goods. The variety of maritime trade goods increases to over 220 distinct categories. Silk, satin, and fine embroidery are exported in vast quantities to foreign markets. Ships return laden with spices, pearls, ivory, and exotic medicinal herbs. Guangzhou becomes a cosmopolitan enclave for Arab, Persian, and Indian merchants. The city's mosque stands as one of the oldest Islamic structures in China. Travelers like Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta record the immense wealth of the East Sea. The maritime Silk Road connects the Yuan dynasty to the furthest reaches of Eurasia. Hindu temples and Nestorian churches coexist peacefully within the city's diverse quarters. Blue and white porcelain begins its journey from Chinese kilns to the rest of the world. The integration of sea routes creates the most vibrant trade center of the medieval world. The Yuan court becomes a center for scientific exchange between East and West. Guo Shujing develops new astronomical instruments influenced by Persian technology. The Shushi calendar calculates the solar year with incredible modern accuracy. Chinese medical knowledge and herbalism flow westward to the Islamic world. Marginalized Han scholar officials redirect their energy toward vernacular arts and drama. Playwright Guan Hanqing uses the stage to provide passive resistance against foreign rule. His plays feature big heroines who show tenacity in the face of social injustice. The four masters of the Yuan revolutionized landscape painting with the literati ideal. These sparse landscapes symbolize a scholar's isolation from a society under foreign rule. Kublai Khan commissions the Phagpa script to unify the empire's many languages. Tibetan Buddhism becomes the state-favored faith, granting the Khan spiritual legitimacy. Through religious synthesis, the Khan is presented as a universal Buddhist monarch. After Kublai's death in 1294, frequent power struggles begin to erode central authority. Excessive printing of currency leads to hyperinflation, turning paper money into waste paper. The tax burden on the peasantry increases 20-fold to fund overstretched military defenses. In 1351, massive flooding of the Yellow River destroys the agriculture of the Central Plains. Outbreaks of the bubonic plague devastate the population and weaken Mongol garrisons. The Messianic Red Turban Rebellion emerges from the exploited lower classes. Zhu Yuanzhang, a former novice monk, rises to become the rebellion's top general. Zhu captures Nanjing and makes it his base for a final offensive against the north. In 1368, the rebel armies reach Dadu, forcing the Mongol court to flee to the steppe. Zhu Yuanzhang proclaims the Ming Dynasty, yet retains the Yuan's provincial system. The imperial family retreats north to form the Northern Yuan, ending their rule over China. The Yuan legacy endures in the territorial prototype and centralized bureaucracy of modern China.